Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show, fresh off a huge win on the road at La Quinta to stay undefeated on the season. It is the head coach of the Vista del Lago Ravens, Mike Tuohy. And coach, listen, man, 5-0 has a nice ring to it, undefeated going into Ivy League play. But let's back up just for a moment and talk about that road victory at La Quinta. Because, and correct me if I've got some of the details wrong, but from what I heard, it was you guys were trailing 24-0. And then you outscored them, I think it was, 39-3 to win 39-27. Is all that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We were down 24-0 with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. We finally got rolling a little bit on offense, went down, scored, held them to a field goal. They missed right before half, and so it's 24-7 going back into the second half. Yeah.
You've been around football for a long time. Have you ever seen the script flip like that so quickly in a game?
It's probably only happened once or twice since I've been coaching, but it happened to us back in 2019. I think in the quarterfinals of the playoffs, we came back from 21-0 and won 24-21. But it was insane. It was a wild game, but all credit to La Quinta. They're a super tough team. But momentum in high school football is like no other.
So, I'm curious, though. So, like you said, it was a 24-7 game at halftime, at least. What did you say? What did you say to the guys in the locker room at the break? Did you got a touchdown back? I mean, so obviously you felt like, okay, we're kind of in the game still right now. What did you tell them?
To be honest, normally I'm yelling and screaming a lot more when we're down that bad. But it was more just, all right, let's fight back into this. Let's stay the course. And I'm really proud of the kids. It was really all on the kids, just finding a way, believing. We came out, we onside kicked, got that back. We go right down and score, stop them again, go right down and score. It was a crazy game. And then at the end, we get another onside kick to ice it. And 2 onside kicks, an interception by a nose guard, and a forced fumble recovery by our middle backer. So all that happened in the second half. So
a lot of stuff you don't see every day.
No, you don't. But hey, you got to take them where you can get them, right?
And coach, it's if you go out and you blow out another team and you get this easy win, in the long run, maybe that doesn't do a whole lot for your team going forward into a tough Ivy League or playoffs. Is it kind of good maybe to kind of go through that game before you see Liberty and before you see all these great teams in league play and CIF and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be battle tested, and we've really kind of made it harder on ourselves all year. Some situations, that last game, just the kids fighting and being resilient was huge, going into league. But we know we got our hands full with Liberty, and right after that, it's Rancho, OV, Paloma, and North. So it ain't getting no easier. So I'm glad we got some battle testing in us.
But really, like when you look at where you took over the program, and I know you guys had some success, and especially those CIF runs and some of those smaller divisions, to where you are right now. I mean, playing in the Ivy League, that's the top league in the Raincross Conference against some other teams that are, like long tradition. Well, not. Or Rancho Verde has a pretty good tradition, and Orange Vista is a reigning CIF champion. I mean, the Ivy League is tough. Is it exciting to see where the program's at right now and playing some pretty meaningful games the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a tough road, no doubt. In all respect to those guys, we know it's going to be a heck of a fight each week, week in and week out. But we got a good group of kids that's, like I said, they're willing to sacrifice and fight all the way to the end. So when you got a team like that, you can live with the results as long as you're fighting to the end.
Coach, I'm trying to remember, when you first took over the program, were you guys in the Mountain Valley League, or where were you at the time?
Yeah, I believe it was Mountain Valley, San Bernardino, Rubidoux.
Yeah, okay.
Pacific, Miller. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so this program's come a long ways, and if people are casual football fans and you don't know, in the Raincross Conference, there's 3 leagues, and the Ivy League is that top league, the best of the best, and that's where you guys are. You've got Liberty in that first game this coming week to open up league play. I know they've kind of stumbled the last couple of weeks, but Liberty, is still a tough team. What do you feel like you guys have to do on the Vista del Lago side to get a win on Friday?
Physicality, because I know they're going to bring it. So are we going to run and tackle and and put our bodies in there and do all the things we got to do offensively? We're just so explosive when we're on. Between Dez and JoJo going off last week. I mean, threw 4 touchdowns in that second half to lead us, and it was an unbelievable performance. So we'll see, but I know Liberty's a tough test, and hopefully we're ready for them.
And Coach, you mentioned Des Woods, your quarterback. I mean, how have you seen him kind of grow up and improve and progress just over the course of this season so far through the first 5 games?
Yeah, he's done a great job, just leading, being a leader. And then between him and JoJo, like, we're going back and forth. Every couple of series we're rotating it. And Des the week before was the hot hand, and then this week Joe was the hot hand. He threw 4 touchdowns. Des did 4 a week ago. So I don't know. We don't really, we're kind of just going with the flow, and whoever's playing the best at that time is going to play. But both those guys have been unbelievable. I'm proud of both of them.
Yeah, we've got your highlights a couple times. I'm like, is it number 10? Is it number 5? Is it 5? Or is it like, who's in there?
So Des is 5 and Joe is 10. But yeah, both is a job.
Have you, not to try to give away all your secrets, but have you thought about, like, how do I get these guys on the field at the same time? I mean, maybe they do the same thing and you don't need both of them on the field at the same time. But if they're playmakers, like, how do we make this work?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Coach Smith, he's got it all under control. He'll figure it out. He knows how to do it. Done a great job with it.
Coach, you're 5-0 right now, obviously undefeated through league play. What has impressed you the most through those 5 games so far this season of what you guys are doing?
I guess just finding a way, because like I said, we haven't made it easy on ourselves. Most of the time it's defensively, and I'm a defensive guy, so I take that stuff personal. Like against Valley View, we played a great game till the 4th quarter, and then the last 4 minutes we want to give up 14 points, so that was something that we held on, and we still found a way to win. The next week, Adelanto, we did a better job. It's still not good enough. Moval is a crosstown rival. It was a dogfight the whole way. I guess just finding a way has made me proud of all our guys, finding a way to just win all of them, even though we probably made it harder than it needed to be sometimes. But, like last week, we're getting our last Friday, we're getting our butts kicked, and now we got to, find a way to get back there. So it's been good, and I'm proud of those guys for fighting. I'll say that for sure.
So I asked you what you would tell the team at halftime during that La Quinta game. What did you say after the game? Like, I told you guys, don't stop believing.
Yeah, I just told them I was so proud of them for how they fought, because that's kind of been our benchmark at Vista Lago. If regardless, you're going to know you were in a fight if you play us. And the guys really stepped up and showed heart and never quit, which makes you real proud as a coach.
Yeah, when I saw the scores coming in, I knew La Quinta, obviously they were 4-0. They're not bad. They beat Rancho Verde. So I'm like, okay, this is a decent La Quinta team. But I was like, 24-0. Like, oh man, I thought, VDL was going to, make it closer, win this thing.
No, I'm not going to lie. They were kicking our teeth in the first 20 minutes, I'd say. And then, we found a way to go down and score, and some things went our way, and defense started stepping up, and offense, from then on, I think, scored on every possession. So it was, once our offense gets going, we're tough to beat.
Well, Coach, listen, I always appreciate talking to you. Congratulations on that wild win against La Quinta. And I know it's going to get real serious now as we get into Ivy League play. Big one against Liberty right out of the gate, one of the top games in our area. We're going to showcase it here on the Inland Sports Show. So, Coach, congrats on the 5-0 start, but I know there's still a lot of business to take care of in front of you, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. We appreciate it. And, we're looking forward to Ivy League. We'll see what we got. It's
going to be a lot of fun. That's Vista Del Lago head coach Mike Tuohy here on the Inland Sports Show.
Thanks, Pep.
Inland Sports.